And with that, we want to welcome you to the 6th episode of the Case Closed podcast. I'm your host, Professor C. We have a lot to talk about today, and first I'd like to acknowledge a big achievement for our community here. We have over 200 subscribers on YouTube, over 176 likes on Facebook, and I want to thank you and everyone for the continued support, especially our partners. If you're listening to this podcast on another YouTube channel other than the Save Case Closed one, welcome to the show. And obviously, like I said, we have a lot to discuss today, and we're going to be discussing Case Closed Season 2. Obviously, there is a lot of really good content in here as we continue on. From Season 1 introducing you to the show, you actually start, really getting into it, and you learn a little bit more about Jimmy Kudo's predicament as he continues to locate the Men in Black. Season 2 covers episodes 27 to 52 in the Case Closed series. In Japan, it's a little different. It's 1 to 29, then it's like 29 to, I think, 55 or something like that. Over here, it's a little different. It's 1 to 26, then it's 27 to 52. So that's where we stand with the episode count, and we'll be covering between 27 and 52 today. Now, when I say covering all the episodes, I don't mean literally talking about every single episode that's on Season 2, but picking out really good key episodes, and it kind of gives you an idea of what's in the season of Season 2. Now, the first episode that shows up is the one called Jack Attacks, based on a dog that kills a person that is babysitting a house or house sitting, so to speak, not babysitting, but house sitting for a guy that's out of town. He's a lawyer, and this dog attacks him. Well, the bottom line in that one, I actually wanted to say this to y'all and share this. Jack Attacks is actually the first Case Closed episode I have ever seen. Back in 2004, I came home one night, saw it on Adult Swim's block. After that, I was very drawn into the show, and that's kind of what's kept me coming back, is seeing that one episode, and that's what's led to me seeing the rest of it. But yeah, for that one, that's a very special episode, and for it to kick off Season 2 is really cool to me. The other one that I think most people have discussed as it being their favorites is the 2-part episode, No Immunity for the Diplomat. That one covers a diplomat who is murdered. You come to find out later in the Part 1, Episode 1 of that 2-part, that he is murdered. And you have to figure out, of course, who did it. Well, in that one, Harley Hartwell, who is a new character, is introduced to the series as Jimmy Kudo's rival at the time, and then Jimmy Kudo makes an appearance in that episode. Conan turns back into Jimmy for a brief time to solve that case, and for a lot of people, that is their favorites. There's another one with the scary bandage dude. I've heard that one being people's favorites as well. But those two-part episodes are really good, and they give you quite a bit to look forward to in Season 2. And you can get Case Closed Season 2 now from both Right Stuf and Amazon.com. On Right Stuf, it's $15.99. On Right Stuf, on Right Stuf it's $15.99. On Amazon, I'm pretty sure it's $22.49. So I would purchase it from rightstuff.com. And I know that there's a lot of people, actually, I've noticed, that have listened to this podcast that only know about Amazon. Rightstuff.com, by the way, is an anime store. It's an online anime store that sells these DVDs and stuff. There's not a lot of people who know as much about Right Stuf as they do Amazon. So just for people that don't know, that's what rightstuff.com is. You can completely trust that. I promise you, I've used it several times. So I do endorse it here because they do have it, and they have it at a very reasonable price along with the movies as well. Now, we do not have a special guest today, but I did discuss as to the reasons why. Several of you have sent in requests to be on this show as a special guest. And you've sent me your Skype information, which is exactly what I need. But when I get to you on Skype, I haven't heard anything back. If you want to be on, you need to get with me, and we need to figure out what you want to talk about. You need to call me on Skype, and we need to discuss how this is going to work. I've never done an interview over Skype for the show, but I'm pretty sure it would work with the program I use to record this show. So if you're serious about getting on this show and speaking on Case Closed Season 2 or any other topics that we discuss in the future, please get very serious with that and in contacting me. If you contact me, let me know the time that you want to discuss with me, our plans for you becoming a special guest on the show for an episode. Just let me know. Obviously, you just inbox me on YouTube.com and on my channel. Just inbox me and I'll respond pretty quick. I check it several times a day, so I'll respond. Or you can write on the wall for Facebook and I'll send you a message from my user account. We'll get that all figured out. But yeah, I'm okay with having special guests on, but just be proactive in setting that stuff up, guys. That's really all I ask. We're going to be discussing Season 2 throughout 2 podcasts. This one and the next episode we will be discussing it. What I'd like y'all to do, if you do not know what is the contents or what Case Closed Season 2 looks like, Full Metal X, who I have a link to of his videos on my channel. I've also got his videos in the favorites on my channel, on my YouTube channel. Go in there and look at his unboxing of Case Closed Season 2. He unboxes it, shows you everything that's inside. It has the episode list on the inside of the box, so please check that out. Obviously, we want people to be aware of what they're buying with Season 2. Next episode, I'll have a special guest appearance by, I'm not sure who yet. We'll see. I guess it'll be a surprise for most of us here, even me. I probably won't know till the last minute. But in that episode, we will be discussing personal episode favorites. I know for most people, it's the No Immunity for the Diplomat special. That's why I mentioned it. So, but yes, I just wanted to get in here and cover that with you guys. That next episode we will definitely have a special guest, so do not fear. I've received several questions from people asking, what can I do to become a partner of Save Case Closed? Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. You talk to me about it, you tell me what we can do for each other. Most of my partners at this moment have been on my website, savecaseclosed.webs.com, or they've been supporting us through Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So there's a couple of YouTube, like I said, channels that carry our show, and like I said, if you're watching on those, welcome to the show. But it's not really that big of a deal. I've also received questions from a lot of you asking why not partner up with Funimation. Well, honestly, Funimation's not really going to be serious about partnering with us right now. I mean, I love what we're doing here and I love the following, but honestly, we're just not big enough yet. We have to be a lot bigger to really approach Funimation, and it's not really a goal of mine. I like bringing on small partners that really can help us in a big way, and I've seen through the partnerships that I've made with some of you are listening right now, through some of y'all that have really helped us grow in these podcasts and to the people that hear them. And that's the most important thing, is getting the message out there. The more people that hear it, the better. And if partnering with Funimation means that, which most likely it would, that's great. But right now, I have no plans to do that. And I'm sure they don't at the moment either. I'm sure that they listen to this stuff and, they'll make their own judgment on what they need to do for their company. But there's a right way to do this and there's a wrong way to do this. And taking a radical point of view and really trying to jump the gun with this is not. It's about, like I said from day one, episode 1 of the podcast, it's about baby steps in this process to bring back a show that so many people just don't believe can ever come back, and it's up to us to prove that crowd wrong. So thank you for your continued support. By the way, do not forget to go to allkidsoutofthepool.com to watch Case Closed. It's been down for a little bit, but it's going to be back up very soon in the next few days. They have been such a huge help to us in the community, and I really appreciate their help, and I want to thank them for airing our commercial on their stream. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you next time on the Case Closed podcast.